Land ahoy. Looks like we'll be restocking at port soon. Heading back on out. Hello and welcome back to the adventures of U34. Now we've just come into port here and restocked our ammunition, mainly our high explosive shells for our 8.8 millimeter deck gun. And we are over here, quite far from we were last time. Last time we were over here, took a few days travel to get here and a few days in very bad weather. And now we're heading back. We're going to head back and finish off our mission. Now, so far, we've sunk 4 merchant ships, total tonnage of 28,000. Our objective is, I believe, 50,000? Yeah, I think it's 50,000. I'll check on that later. But I do have a promotional point, so I should promote one of my crew so I can get some better abilities. I think the ability that I'm going to upgrade is for the motor officer, for faster battery recharge, because where we were operating, there's lots of air bases nearby, lots of air patrols, so if I can recharge the battery even a little bit faster, I think that would be the most helpful thing I can have right now. Haven't really looked at all of it, but I think I'm going to go with that one. Apply. Now, sit rep in general, I unfortunately still haven't been able to change the realism setting because I have to finish this mission and go back to port, and hopefully it actually works. So unfortunately fuel and this other stuff doesn't matter right now. Our hull integrity is 99%. When I was leaving port the first time, I may have kind of little bit scraped it on the pier, but that's okay. We've still got 99% hull integrity and everything else is good, so I guess it's time to chart a course back to the coastal waters of Britannia. Let's just head back up to the commanders. Nice day out. I really hope this weather lasts. Now we've got quite a few German destroyers and stuff around here, so we're quite safe at the moment. But soon we'll be in waters where it's anyone's guess. All right, so here's the coast that I've plotted. This is the course that I've plotted, sort of staying along friendly. Well, I guess they aren't friendly territory because it's only September 11th. Oh, that's interesting. But that also means that the Netherlands, Belgium, and France are still in enemy hands. Those dastardly French and their Frenchness. Anyways, enough, propaganda talk aside.
Half speed ahead.
Half speed ahead, and let's get going. Looks like some fog has rolled in. Not a great sign for the journey to come. Hey, Seagull, what you doing? Well, we're about halfway to our destination. It is almost 2:30 in the afternoon, but I figured we should go talk to some of our crew. Get morale up a bit. Hey, what's up? How's your brother? I heard he's on the Bismarck. Man, that's unfortunate. He's also likely to be dead within a coming year.
Especially our mother.
Say hello to the hood for me. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
All right, Captain. No complaints. Thank you.
So no one's picking on you?
Well, maybe sometimes. But it's nothing serious, Captain. Okay,
Well,
Captain.
if they do, I'll punch him in the face. Just let me know, buddy. Back to the torpedo room. Main 4 torpedo. What's up? You've got a voice that's deep. Yeah, I've got nothing to say to you. Just do good stuff. make sure torpedoes don't explode and kill us all. Take a look at our gauges. We are on the surface, as indicated by the gauge there. It's a nice touch that all these gauges, or at least most of these gauges, actually work. It would be nice if I knew what most of them were. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. The Tefesenemesa Mwasa something. I guess I could Google Translate it. I believe these are the those little fins that they use to submerge. These are, of course, speed indicators. Those old school ones, like the ones you see on the Titanic. Don't know what that is. That's a compass. Here is our big thing in the middle of the way. All right, let's head over down here. I've talked to you. Hey, cook. That looks positively disgusting. As does that. Got some food here, almost out of whatever that is. A nice leg of pork or something. Yeah, it looks like pork. And bananas, lots of bananas. I sure like bananas. Oh, we have some fresh oranges. That's nice. Here we have Herbert writing one of his books, stories. Diesel engines chattering away. And off to the, I believe this is the sort of room where they control all the electricals, like the battery and whatnot. We go back here and we have the aft gunner, or the torpedo guy. So hello. Now let's head back up to the surface and see what's what. And let's close this door, just to keep it nice and quiet on this side. Hey, what's up? Good work, guys. My little commanders. Are they I don't think on a U-boat the rank is captain. It's like, is it lieutenant or commander? I'm not sure. Not sure what the German ranking system is. But fog's still quite heavy. And we are just about halfway done our journey from where we were. Alright, you join us again at 9 o'clock at night, almost 9:30. Now I've noticed that we do have a hydrophone signal that seems to be a military vessel. Since we're starting to get some ways away from German waters, I'm suspicious that it may be British or French or Belgian. I don't think there were really much French naval assets up here during the war. But I'm just going to head down to the hydrophone and take a look at it myself. Hello. Scoot over. Let's go to all stop so we can hear a bit better. Okay, so it looks like that's bearing about 230. So let's just do the full range of this to see what's what. Mainly interested to see how close it sounds. If it's far away, I may change course. Oh. You know, that seems kind of close. Let's just make sure there isn't anything else. So that's bearing about 255. But other than that contact, it doesn't seem like we have anything else. Just the one at 25. Let me just get the exact bearing. Yeah, 255 sounds about right. All right.
Half speed ahead.
Let's go to full speed.
Full speed ahead.
It's not our job to tangle with naval assets. So let's change our course to the northwest, and hopefully we can put some distance between us, whatever that is. Now let me just go check up on the bridge. I don't think it's called a bridge on a submarine, but I'm going to call it that, just to make sure I don't have visual contact. That was off. Well, I guess we've turned now, so it's directly behind us. Pretty sure we're not going to have visual contact. No, I don't see anything. I suppose we'll just continue on our way. One of the many nice glitches in this game I'm having right now is I can't unman this main gun. I hope that doesn't cause problems for their morale or something. And I hope they get out of there when we dive. Although the people on watch never get out. They just end up standing there when we're 20 meters underwater. Like I said, this game is a glitch fest of bad programming. But I still like it. I really need to... After I finish this clear, I'm definitely going to start installing mods and stuff to make it a bit better. But for now, I'm just going to try and deal with its faults as is. Nice night though. The fog has kind of cleared up. Still a little bit foggy, but seems like visibility is a bit better. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, I believe. So we should be arriving at our destination early in the morning. Now I've still got this hydrophone contact that I'm a little worried about. Could be friendly, but given where we are, I think it's more likely that it isn't. I did run into a German destroyer right off the coast of Britain, which honestly seemed a bit weird, but I'm not going to question it. It was nice to see a friendly face, or hull superstructure. Anyways, I don't really like where we are right now because we're in pretty shallow waters. I do believe we can go to periscope depth, but going any lower than that could be dangerous. So I want to primarily look for these merchant ships in this area where we have deeper water. I think in this slightly where this point is right now, we can go to about at least 30 meters. Once we get into the darker stuff, we can do whatever, as long as it's not crush depth, that is. But I changed my course slightly to see if we could get away from this one contact, but it seems to be in more or less the same course we are, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that. Okay, we've got two contacts now. It's 4 in the morning. One of them seems to be a merchant ship, while the other one is the same one that I was worried about earlier. So I'm going to take another run down to the hydrophone to see what's what. I believe the merchant is bearing like 330. I mean, with us as a point of reference, if obviously proper magnetic bearing, it would be, why did that happen? I pressed something by accident. Like 1 or 220. But so, hello, Mr. Hydrophone. Scoot over. Oh yeah, full stop. Okay. So this must be the merchant ship, bearing 320. However, much closer to us is this mystery ship. So let me just go up on deck. I doubt we'll be able to make visual contact with either of them, but it's worth a try. Let's get going at slow speed.
Ahead.
Believe it was, yeah, this is more or less the direction of that closer military signal. Well, I'm not seeing anything. And we're not going to be able to see the merchant ship because it's even further away. Plus side is the water is very calm, unlike the other day when it was next to impossible to aim at anything and we were constantly getting drown up here. I guess only time will tell. So we're pretty much at our destination, but we still got this unknown naval vessel following us. So I think what we're going to do is set a course going towards it. Once we get it in visual range, we'll submerge and just see what's what. See if it's friendly or foe, or which course of action would be best. Of course, now it is daytime. 8 o'clock in the morning, thereabouts. I doubt we're going to be able to see it. Sort of down this way. Pretty amazing that those hydrophones can detect contact so far away. No, I don't see it. Okay, so we've changed our bearing and we're gonna head right towards it. Stupid gunners are still there. Gonna stay on the surface until we get at least into visual range, and then I'll go to periscope depth, because we are a lot slower when we're submerged than we are on the surface. Interesting thing about these, technically the U-boats that were used during the Second World War weren't submarines in the absolute sense of the word. They were submersibles because they primarily operated on the surface. They could only go underwater for very limited periods of time. Only, as long as the battery holds out, CO2 levels don't get too high. Of course, you can also upgrade to get a snorkel, and that does solve the air problem, but still you can't use diesel generators when you're underwater. So they were primarily surface vessels, just with the added ability to be able to submerge for brief periods of time. Where are you, my friend? Where are you? Alright, so it looks like the mystery of this vessel that was following us has been solved. I think it's a U-boat. I'm gonna set a course in that direction just to say hello. It looks like it's moving away from us. So we'll just let it be and we'll go on with our patrol. I think what I'm going to do is go along this sort of... Still got enough depth here that I can go to about, 20, 30 meters underwater. Whereas over here it gets a bit iffy in this lighter blue area. Ideally this darker area would be perfect, but this will be enough. So we'll just patrol up and down this area, because we'll catch any shipping going from, up here in Edinburgh to down here in the this area. Hey, I think I've flown from this air base in Cliffs of Dover, E02 Cliffs of Dover. Got hurricanes. Oh, you can actually see what they have. That one's got hurricanes. What does this one have? Hurricanes. I'm sure they could do some damage to my ship if fitted correctly. But yeah, basically we're going to patrol this area. So let me just set this all up. Click on that.
New waypoint, course 83. New waypoint, course
up along
81.
Here
New waypoint,
to the coast, and then we'll see what we want to do then. Yes, thank you for letting me know that, Mr. Guy. Wasn't I down below? No, that was before. Anyways, we'll say goodbye to our fellow. I think it's a U-boat. Looks like a U-boat. All right, guys. Half speed ahead. We still have these hardy fellows manning the deck gun even when we're underwater. I guess they have like gills or something they've adapted to the submarine lifestyle so they can breathe underwater. Good work, men. You're evolving into A submarine species. Alright, we've made it to here. Just stopped a minute to check the hydrophone. And it looks like we have something bearing at 060. Have no indication on the map yet. So how about we divert our course a bit to go 060. Alright, well, let's get up to the top. Remember that 060. Head up to the deck. Whatever it is, it must be pretty far away if it's not showing up on the map. So I'm not particularly worried yet, but I don't know whether it's a merchant vessel or something more nefarious. Okay, let's check this. There we go. 060 in this direction. Of course, I don't see anything. That's not much of a surprise, but let's alter our course. And we're going into deeper waters there, which could be good. So, engines
Full speed ahead.
Hopefully it's something we can catch up to if it's going away from us. And hopefully it's a merchant vessel and not a destroyer. Even worse, a battleship. Cruiser would not be great either. While we're en route, I thought I would take a tour of the boat, make sure everyone's doing alright. Hey, Mr. Torpedo Guy. Kurt Faust. Or Faust, I guess. It's an interesting name. All our torpedoes are loaded. We've got our reserves. Heading back through the crew quarters. Hey, buddy. Those are some pretty snazzy shoes. The Germans make great shoes. They also make great uniforms. You know, you can say a lot about the Germans in World War II, but they sure had a great fashion sense. Like, those uniforms were probably the best uniforms I've ever seen in history. Fortunately, no one in the sub is actually wearing them, except I think the no, of course these aren't exactly the uniforms I'm referring to, but I think the guy at the back. Everything going good in the engines, going full speed, push it to its limits. Back in the electricians and the aft torpedo bay. Yeah, like look at this uniform. Look how snazzy that is. It'd be interesting to see how the gameplay changes as the war goes along, because although the U-boats had it pretty easy in the early stages of the war, in the later period, the Allies developed many very effective means of countering them. And out of all of the different sectors of the German military, the U-boat crews sustained the most casualties out of any of them, which is quite a lot. I was actually kind of surprised when I heard that, but it's interesting. The Allies did a very good job of coming up with means to counter the threat of U-boats sinking their merchant vessels. And in the end, I guess the whole idea was kind of a failure. We've got contacts. With 2 merchant vessels? I sure hope so. Holy shit, it's a convoy. Dive, dive, dive. We gotta get under. Gotta get under. Everyone, into the sub. Dive, periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
Alright, let's get in the attack periscope. Alright, get this thing under. Now, this could be interesting. I really want to determine whether any of these, they're undefended or... You know, I have a bad feeling about this. Is it just me, or do those look like some pretty serious military vessels? Are we under? Yes, we're getting there. And, of course, my...
Current depth
10 meters. Target marked.
My mouse isn't coming up.
Engage electric motors.
All right, we're under now. I'm going to change course to go alongside these guys. Maybe we'll go out.
New waypoint. Course 75.
Don't really like how we're heading straight towards them at the moment. All right, so sit rep. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships. I believe they are all merchant vessels, but I want to determine whether
New
any...
contact, merchant, moving slow, closing, bearing 320.
All right, thank you. They're heading right toward us at the moment. I was going to say right for us, and then I decided to say let's right to us instead, and they kind of got mixed together. Do that a lot with words. Okay, they're heading right towards us, so we want to position ourselves, let's just go out this way or out to here, and then we'll turn around and hopefully we'll be able to get some targeting solutions on them. Sure is a hell of a lot of them.